Hi, fourth grade, and welcome back to Math, Mr. G. I'm here today to continue my work with my students at the Syracuse Academy of Citizenship on getting some fifth grade prep done. We're going to be looking at Zearn Grade 5, Mission 1, Lesson 4 today. Lesson 4 comprises, again, just like we've been talking about in the last few lessons, is we've been taking a number of things that we learned in fourth grade, and we're going to be combining them and mixing them up and adding just a sprinkle of new things on top. So what we have here is we have a chart with meters, centimeters, and millimeters, and the conversion across with decimals, even here at the bottom, all things we learned in fourth grade. But the sprinkle of new we're doing on top that we started yesterday as well is using exponents. So today we're going to use exponents to denote, which means just to show, powers of 10 with application to metric conversions. And again, metrics being our meters, centimeters, and millimeters. I've already started the first one for us, just to remind us of how we convert. So remember, meters to centimeters, you multiply by 100, and then centimeters to millimeters, you multiply by 10. If you want to go meters to millimeters, you multiply by 1,000. And we're going to look at how we can use a multiplication sentence with exponents to convert all these. But before we do that, why don't we finish converting our decimals the way across? So since we're multiplying by 100 here, we can just move this decimal place over 2. I'll get my blue to show my work, to make this just 137. This is just like what I showed in the earlier lessons, lesson 1 and 2, where you can move decimal points based on what you're multiplying. If we're multiplying by 100 here, remember there's 2 zeros, so 2 place values that we're moving over to the right, 137, and then just one more, so 1,370 millimeters. And now the same thing with 2.6. It's going to be 2, 6, and now remember 1, 2, there's a hidden 0 here, so it's really now 260. And now one more time to 2,600, just like that. Perfect. So we've seen how we can move these across just moving our decimal point. We've seen and been reviewing how we can convert from meters to centimeters to millimeters, etc. We're going to look at what way we move these over and with what powers. So I'm going to write these in up here. If you're going from meters to centimeters, you're going to multiply 10 to the second power. And a good reminder of this is if you want it to be hundreds, look at there's 1, 2 zeros, power of 2. Now millimeters, following that same rule, 1, 2, 3 zeros, so we'll be multiplying by power of 10 to the third. And now let's say, just to check our work, if I were to take 2 meters and I want to move it to centimeters, which we know is 200, I would need to multiply by 10 to the second power. And same thing, if I wanted to go from, let's say, 2 meters, and I want to find 2,000 millimeters, we're going to look at what I need to multiply. I'm going to have to multiply 2 meters times 10 to the third power, which gives me 2,000 millimeters. A good way to check this, excuse me, is again, there's 3 zeros here. I'd be multiplying it across. Just to review everything that we've gone over today, we've gone over conversions with these, and we've combined that with decimals, and now our new power of exponents. If you're still confused by exponents, I left the math antics video in yesterday's lesson. I would suggest highly to go back and rewatch that, and even if you already watched it once, it's always great to review that. Exponents can be something that can be kind of tricky until we get a good handle on it with practice and with quite a bit of review. But once you get your hand on it, it's pretty easy to understand some of the rules and how it functions in different ways, like conversions or with decimals. I look forward to seeing your work, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.